Lafayette says Cornwallis is headed to Yorktown, and Comte de Grasse says he cannot move on New York as the British fleet is too strong there. He is headed to the Chesapeake Bay to bottle up General Cornwallis at Yorktown. So we will leave a stay-behind force to keep General Clinton bottled up in New York City. And then the rest of the army will march on Yorktown and lay siege to General Cornwallis's forces.
Deliver this dispatch back to General Cornwallis. Given his defeat of rebel General Gates at Camden last year, he is to move his army to Yorktown and establish a deep water port and prevent supplies from the north reaching the rebels in the Carolinas in the south.
Yes, sir. My detachment will move out immediately. We have a fast schooner waiting at the docks and will sail to Charleston and from there ride to reach General Cornwallis's camp in North Carolina. We will ride to his camp as rapidly as possible.
General Clinton has ordered us to move to Yorktown and create a deep water port and prepare to conduct further offensive actions in Virginia now that we beat the rebels in the Carolinas at Camden. Have the men ready to move out at first light. It will be a long and hot march in the summer heat of Virginia. I want to get there so we can build our fortifications before the onset of winter. Now get your men ready to move out in the morning.
Ride to General Washington in New York. Tell him that General Cornwallis is moving to Yorktown. We will follow him and keep General Washington informed of his activities. Now be off as fast as you can. It is urgent.
We cannot attack the British fleet at New York. They are too strong. We will instead go south and blockade the British in Yorktown. Get a dispatch off to General Washington and tell him to move his army to Yorktown and encircle General Cornwallis on the land while we blockade him from the seas. Now signal all our ships to change course to the south. We are headed to the Chesapeake Bay. Now move out and make it so.
Lafayette says Cornwallis is headed to Yorktown, and Comte de Grasse says he cannot move on New York as the British fleet is too strong there. He is headed to the Chesapeake Bay to bottle up General Cornwallis at Yorktown. So we will leave a stay-behind force to keep General Clinton bottled up in New York City, and then the rest of the army will march on Yorktown and lay siege to General Cornwallis's forces. Get your men ready to move out at first light. It is a long march, and the sooner we arrive, the sooner we can hinder General Cornwallis's defensive preparations. Now move out and prepare to move in the morning. Issue all men 3 days' rations, and we will take our siege guns with us on the march.
Who will we leave in charge of our stay-behind force to guard the Hudson Highlands and observe British General Clinton's movements in New York after we depart the main body of our army to Yorktown?
We will leave General Heath in charge. That is why I asked him to attend this meeting. Now depart and get your men ready to move out tomorrow at dawn. General Heath, while the army is gone, I need you to constantly demonstrate a show of force, so British General Clinton believes the full army is still here before him on the Hudson Highlands of New York to secure the vital river forts and passes.
Revolutionary War shifted to the south. British forces under Cornwallis aim to rally loyalists.
We must begin
and
building
take control
fortifications
there.
around Yorktown immediately.
But French forces and fleet with Washington boosted the American cause for Yorktown's ultimate showdown.
Our spies report that General Washington has left New York with a large force and is headed our way to strike us here in Yorktown. I want the army to begin building strong defences surrounding Yorktown and begin immediately. I want them completed within a month from today.
While Washington and Rochambeau decided to march their Franco-American force to Virginia, they would use the French fleet to bottle up the Redcoats in Yorktown defenses. Bloody fields of Yorktown, a crowning victory achieved. Lexington and Concord shot, heard around the world ended.
There is Yorktown. Inform the army to begin digging a siege line around it starting tonight. We will teach General Cornwallis a lesson that he will never forget. Now move out, and I will meet up with you to inspect the proposed trace line for the fortifications before the digging commences tonight. Meet at my headquarters at 3 this afternoon. Now move out. Our siege begins tonight.
The Siege of Yorktown commenced on September 28, 1781. American and French forces encircled Yorktown, trapping Cornwallis. The French fleet prevented British naval reinforcements from reaching the sieged Redcoats, effectively sealing their fate.
We must take British Redoubts 9 and 10 at night.
Night assault on British Redoubts 9 and 10. The capture allowed Washington to place artillery that could fire effectively on the British defenses and town itself, leading Cornwallis to surrender. Cornwallis surrendered 8,000 British Redcoats, and his defeat marked the end of major combat. American liberty was born, and the British band played. The world turned upside down at the surrender.
General Clinton has abandoned us. We are almost out of food and ammunition. General Washington has seized Redoubts 9 and 10 and completely devastating us with enfilade artillery fire. Send a white flag out and set up a meeting so I can discuss terms of surrender with General Washington.
The world turned upside down.
Welcome, gentlemen. Sorry that General Cornwallis is feeling ill. General Washington designated that I represent him in this discussion of surrender terms for General Cornwallis's army. Please, gentlemen, be seated and let us begin the discussion.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed the video on the Siege of Yorktown in 1781. It's quite a story. While we are approaching our 250th anniversary of our Declaration of Independence, it's important to realize that that was just our declaration. There were still many more years of hard fighting before we earned that independence and our freedom and liberty. And the Siege of Yorktown was the crowning achievement that basically ended major combat in the Revolutionary War. And later the treaty was signed that gave us our independence from Great Britain. So again, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll be working a new project and I'll post what that might be in a few days. Until then, this is James out.